start talking about why we started barbecuing. Most people think they can do it all and they have the best cook, but we're going to kind of narrow down what made us start and how that all worked for us.
Well, actually, I was doing home brewing as a hobby, and it was really taking up more and more of the house, and we have a small house to begin with, and it was more and more equipment. It was in the house. I was constantly brewing, and we had small kids as well, and giant buckets of open liquid, and small children. You know, they even had a little thing on the side of the bucket that says "Beware of drowning." You know, didn't want to be a bad parent, so eventually we started scaling back on that. Plus, with little kids, you really can't devote the time to finish what you brewed. So more and more beer was building up, and it was just kind of taking over. So we said, you know, let's find something else to do, something we can, you know. So you know, I tried the male modeling thing for a little while, but you know,
he didn't.
They
try
said
the male
tasteful
modeling.
nudity, but you know, I had to walk away.
He didn't do male modeling. For me, it was more that the kids were getting bigger and we didn't have space, and the home brewing stuff was easy to maintain, but not with toddlers running around and them getting into the carboys and the brewing stuff. In Middleborough, there just happened to be something which was 20 minutes away. I'm like, oh, well, you like to cook and I don't mind either. Let's try. But we had to come up with a team name, and that was hard too, because at first we were like T-Barrel because we were using barrels at the time and we didn't know what else to do. And then we just kind of looked at it and said T-Bone, and it stuck. We kind of went with it from there.
It's kind of an homage to George Costanza's, you know, try to give himself a nickname in Seinfeld. So I always thought that was funny. And sometimes people called me that after that episode. So, you know, it was something that was from a while back, and it just kind of stuck. Yeah, so we just went with it.
A lot of times people ask us, well, why do you do this every week? For me, it's like camping with your friends. You're out, you're cooking, you're having fun, you're laughing. And basically at the end of the weekend, you get judged on everything you've done all weekend. So for me, it's really just being with a bunch of friends every weekend and enjoying yourself.
Yeah, a Friday night at a barbecue contest is really the funnest time you can have. So next, what is your favorite part? What's your favorite thing, your favorite aspect of barbecue? For me, it's the competition. To be honest with you, I mean, it's friendly competition, but at the same time, you know, I get to cook something, and I get to have it judged by people to tell me how good it is. You get honest feedback, because when you cook with your friends, they're always going to tell you it's great. To actually get honest feedback is cool. I mean, I really enjoy it. There's the challenges that come with that. So
for me, it definitely has to be also the people again. I don't think I would have nearly met as many people if I had just stayed home and done home brewing and maybe handed them out to my neighbors. We really get to meet a unique bunch of people and kind of network and think about ideas, but also just general life. Like, oh, what are you doing here? What do you do for a career? It doesn't matter that you could be a doctor, a teacher, a software engineer, or anybody. Barbecue doesn't know any profession. It's just as long as you're having fun. To follow up on that, sometimes people are like, well, what's your least favorite part of doing barbecue?
the cleanup.
The cleanup. The cleanup, the packing and the cleanup. Because once you're there, it doesn't matter. We are typically team breakdown. We like to be done and finished and packed and trailer hooked up before awards, but it's really just the hustle and bustle pre and post, because once you're there, it doesn't matter. You're just happy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's a blast. It really is, become just a great part of our lives, and so, something that I'm really glad that we started doing.
Our favorite memory. Ooh, that one's really more emotional for me. One of our early contests, I had gotten heat stroke, and I passed out at a barbecue contest, and it was actually for a fire department in Brookline, New Hampshire, and it was their contest to benefit their volunteer fire department. I was taken out in an ambulance during the middle of our cook, which was kind of scary. I hadn't been drinking. I'm not really a drinker, but he kind of knows that. But the heat just got too much. It was 110 on the field with the cookers, and I went down. When I came back, everything was cleaned up. We were welcomed with a standing ovation. People that didn't even cook before jumped in. Firefighters jumped in.
Our food was actually finished cooking by just two people who knew people who just happened to be there. They took over, they finished, they turned in everything for us, so we didn't get disqualified for anything. Cleaned up, broke everything down, so all we had to do was load it back in when we got back. I mean, it was, you know, I get a little choked up talking about it.
It's what barbecue's about.
It really restores your faith in humanity. It really. Advice for new teams. Honestly, the best thing to do, dive in. Sign up for something. Find something in your area. Try to find it as close as you can. Sign up. Then go to find different groups, find different boards. She can give you some more details on that. And ask questions. Ask questions. When you get there, ask questions. Everybody there had to start. You know, everybody did their first contest, and everybody, you know, was probably a little lost and had, you know, asked a million questions. God knows we did, and we still do. Because everybody's there to help. You know, it's a competition, but it's friendly competition, you know. If you need to borrow, if you forgot something. First contest we did, we forgot a lighter. Kind of hard to barbecue without any fire. But team gave us a lighter, lit up our pits, and away we went. We didn't come in last place. Got hooked, and then, well, the rest is history.
The other thing I would say is don't be afraid to talk to any team. Almost every team out there will talk to you, and, you know, even if it's just a friendly hello or how's it going, it's a welcoming atmosphere. From new team to older team to teams that have been to national competitions, everyone's welcoming, so that it's a network, and it becomes truly like a family or a brotherhood. You walk in and you just know, like, I've done contests alone, and everybody was like, hey, what do you need? So that word of advice is just try. Just keep going and try. You can't do it wrong. The only way you can do it wrong is not try.
Yep. There are no stupid questions.
Yeah. So the last question is, why are we doing these videos? So I was supposed to take the lead. You were supposed to take the lead on this question, but I think I'm going to do it. I have a media background. I felt it was necessary that it be in more video form. It's very easy to read something, but the attention span is not there. You're busy hearing something in the background about, you know, what's going on and what you're doing. It was necessary. We had help when we started, and I wanted to help others. Most of the things that we try to do are for charities. I actually have my OBR sweatshirt on. We try to do most of the New England Barbecue Society charity events. It's all about giving back. So these are things that we want to do. We want to be able to help others because we had help too.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And for me, you know, I've been cooking forever. I was a line cook through high school and college. You know, something I love to do, but knew I couldn't make a living doing it. So this was my, you know, barbecue was my way of getting back into that. And now to be able to kind of share some of the techniques and tips and things that I've learned, not just in barbecue, but, you know, working in restaurants, working with different cooks and things like that, is kind of cool for me to show. And also another thing is I'd like to show people what, you know, show people what the competition world is like. You know, I'm hoping that at least at one of these contests, we'll get some film, you know, we'll shoot some footage, and you'll actually see what it's like to be at one of these things, because you're going to look at it and go, wow, that looks like a lot of fun. Or you're going to say, wow, I never want to spend some time with those people. So one way or another, you'd be able to make a decision.
We're probably a bunch of idiots.
Yeah, well, the alcohol helps.
So subscribe today, and you'll be able to see a bunch more videos, and have a great day.
Thanks.